No visit to Malaysian Borneo is complete without a visit to the vibrant and colourful city of Kuching. Capital of the Sarawak region, it's a city full of history, interesting landmarks, fun neighbourhoods, and plenty of mouth-watering food. Just 2 hours from Kuala Lumpur, Kuching is the perfect getaway to experience some of the best of Borneo. I'm the Curious Sparrow, and here are 10 top things to do in Kuching. One of the best things to do in Kuching is to stroll along its picturesque waterfront. Running alongside the south bank of the Sarawak River, this 1.5-kilometre promenade is where locals and tourists come to enjoy the views, relax in cafes, exercise and socialise in the shady parks. There are several landmarks to admire here too, like the swanky State Assembly building across the river, the 19th century Astana Palace, and the iconic Darul Hana Bridge, which provides great views over the city. You can also take a boat ride up and down the river, which is a particularly pleasant activity at sunset. Be sure to come down to the waterfront in the evening when there's the nightly light and water show just outside the Assembly Hall. Food stalls pop up and buskers perform, creating a fun atmosphere. One of my favourite things to do in Kuching is to wander around its different neighbourhoods, like the historic Main Bazaar. Located directly below the waterfront, this is Kuching's oldest street and home to pretty 19th century shop houses, stores selling local handicrafts, and several important landmarks. Just behind here is Jalan Carpenter, a bustling narrow street in the heart of Chinatown. Here you'll find old-school coffee shops, local bakeries, street vendors, and beautiful temples, like the Hong Sang Si Temple. Another area I recommend is Jalan Padangan, just outside the main city centre. Still technically part of Chinatown, you'll find Chinese shop houses, tea houses, traditional ceremonial gates, pretty lanterns, as well as fantastic restaurants and street food stalls. If you fancy a bit of clothes shopping, head to India Street, which got its name from the high number of Indian textile and spice merchants selling there. It's a good spot to pick up clothes, souvenirs and knickknacks at great prices, as well as enjoying some Indian snacks. I absolutely love Malaysian food, with its unique blend of Malay, Chinese and Indian flavours, a real treat for the senses. While you can of course enjoy the classic Malaysian dishes like nasi lemak and nasi kandar, there are some Bornean delicacies that you should really seek out while in Kuching. One of the most famous is Sarawak laksa, a slightly sour noodle soup made from spicy shrimp paste, coconut milk, tamarind, prawns, shredded chicken and bean sprouts. Others to look out for include kola mee, a dry noodle dish with minced meat and char siu, topped with a savoury sauce and crispy onions, and kueh chap, made from thin rice noodles in a fragrant and aromatic broth with tofu and various cuts of meat. Look out for dishes originating from the indigenous Dayak culture, like the ayam pasu, a mild but fragrant chicken dish. The food in Kuching is great value for money, so just enjoy eating whatever you come across until you find your favourite. This fantastic museum in the heart of Kuching is the place to go to dive into Borneo's history and explore its culture and spectacular nature. Spread across several floors, you'll find all manner of beautiful handicrafts from Sarawak and Borneo's ethnic communities, like intricately woven baskets, wooden masks, ceramics, traditional attire, weapons, as well as replicas of cultural sites. There's also a floor that takes you on a journey through Borneo's history, from its ancient origins, through more turbulent times, and to the present day. The floor dedicated to Borneo biodiversity is also interesting, with displays showing how indigenous communities connect with the region's diverse ecosystems. This place is huge. In fact, it's the largest museum in Malaysia, and the second largest throughout Southeast Asia, so you'll likely spend a good few hours here. Tickets are a little expensive, but I think it's well worth it. Kuching isn't short of historical and cultural landmarks, and many of these are colonial-era buildings built during the White Rajah period. This is when an English family, the Brookes, ruled the Kingdom of Sarawak. There's the 19th century Fort Margarita, which was built to protect the city from pirates, the Square Tower, which served as a prison, and the Astana, an opulent palace built by Charles Brooke, the second White Rajah. There's also the wonderfully preserved Old Courthouse, which has a scenic courtyard and now houses restaurants and museums. You may also want to visit the newly opened Brooke Dockyard, where you can learn all about Kuching's maritime heritage. You can also explore a replica of the historic royal vessel, the HHY Zahora. There are plenty of religious sites to visit too, like the Tua Pek Kong Temple, one of Kuching's oldest Chinese temples. To learn more about the Chinese settlers here, you can visit the free Chinese History Museum in the Old Chinese Court. There are some really gorgeous mosques to admire too, like the Aladdin-esque City Mosque with its golden domes, and the beautiful floating mosque, whose white walls and striking blue dome are made all the more spectacular by the mountains behind it. To get a better understanding of all the Brooke-era landmarks and monuments you'll see around the city, I suggest heading to the Brooke Museum. Located inside Fort Margarita, this small but interesting museum houses numerous artefacts and tells the story of how an English adventurer and his descendants came to rule Sarawak. It can feel a bit like propaganda at times, but the Brookes certainly had a major impact on Sarawak and Borneo as a whole. You'll likely only spend about an hour here, but it helps you understand how Sarawak and Kuching grew during the 19th century and gives a lot more context to the things you'll see. Home to thick tropical rainforest, hidden beaches and some absolutely wonderful wildlife, Bako National Park is the perfect place to experience the best of Borneo. What's more, it's only an hour away from Kuching by a grab and a boat ride, making it ideal for a day trip. The main thing to do here are to hike along the many trails, enjoy the park's rich ecosystems and botanicals, and do a bit of animal spotting. There are around 100 different bird species here, as well as cheeky little macaques, beautiful butterflies, arachnids, snakes, funny bearded pigs, and much more. You may also be lucky enough to spot a proboscis monkey. Known for its distinct nose, these unusual animals can be found in the mangroves, along the beaches, and sometimes near the lodges. Our favourite animal we saw were the silvery langurs. These guys are absolutely adorable, and you'll likely see them hanging out near the park headquarters. While Bako National Park is great as a day trip, I highly recommend staying overnight in one of the rustic lodges. This will allow you to experience the park with fewer people around, and give you the chance to see some nocturnal animals up close. Like other cities in Malaysia, Kuching streets are full of beautiful murals painted by talented local artists that turn the city into an outdoor gallery. The murals are often linked to specific parts of the city, with murals of fabric makers near historic textile areas and metal workers where tin industries once were. It's hard to pick a favourite as there were so many, but I'm partial to the I Heart Kuching mural, which shows a smiling girl cuddling a cat. Speaking of which, did you know the name Kuching derived from the Malay word kucing, which means cat? Well, it does, and this has earned Kuching the nickname Cat City. While the origins of this name are debated, Kuching has really taken it to heart with a cat theme everywhere you look. You'll see cat street art, cat-themed restaurants, dozens of cat statues, cat souvenirs, and dazzling cat-shaped neon streetlights all around the city. As someone who is also obsessed with cats, I was fully on board with this slightly strange but fun theme. There's even a cat museum here, though we decided to skip it. If you want to see some orangutans during your time in Borneo, then you're in luck. Just 40 minutes from Kuching is the Semenggoh Nature Reserve, which acts as a rehabilitation centre for rescued, orphaned and illegally kept orangutans. During a visit here, you'll hopefully see these endangered creatures, with the best chance of being during feeding times. The orangutans here are meant to be less dependent on humans than in other reserves, like Sepuluk, so you may not always see them. This is actually a good thing, as it means that they are surviving on their own in the wild. If you do see them though, it's fantastic. Watching these magnificent creatures swinging around, playing, or just sitting there eating is a really special experience, and even better if they happen to have a cute little baby with them. As with any place like this, there are questions of ethics, but by most accounts, Semenggoh is a successful and ethical reserve. Full disclosure, we didn't visit here during our most recent visit to Kuching, as we had been to the Sepuluk Centre in Sabah, and were lucky enough to have seen some orangutans in the wild as well. If we hadn't, we definitely would have visited Semenggoh. So there you have it, 10 fun things to see and do in Kuching to learn about the city's history, culture, local cuisine and the gorgeous natural spots within easy reach. If you're heading to Borneo, I encourage you to give this cool, colourful, cat-centric city a few nights. I'm sure you'll love it too. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe for more travel tips and inspiration.